Welcome back to another episode of Las Vegas and Beyond. And today I'm going to take you to 5 additional places that are, you can't record here because there's jets. It is still something to do. So if you're new to the channel, please think about clicking on that subscribe button down below. Welcome back to another episode of Las Vegas and Beyond. And if this is your first time visiting Las Vegas, or you're a frequent visitor, then keep watching and I'll show you 5 more things to do just off the Las Vegas Strip. I'll put links up here, probably right here, to my other 2 videos of 5 things to do on the Las Vegas Strip, which I guess that would make 10. Anyway, if you haven't watched them, the links will be up here. As of this video, which is November 22nd, 2020, these attractions I'm about to share with you are still open. However, with the growing case rates across the nation, who knows what'll happen. But enough negativity, let's get started with today's video. This to-do attraction here in Las Vegas is the Shelby Heritage Center. Now, if you watch the movie Ford vs. Ferrari, then you know about Carroll Shelby. This place is pretty awesome, and the best part is that it's absolutely free. Just south of the Welcome to Las Vegas sign and the Mandalay Bay Resort is the Shelby Heritage Center, located inside the Shelby American Warehouse, which is easily accessible from Las Vegas Boulevard. The Shelby Heritage Center is open 7 days a week, weekdays from 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sunday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Free guided tours are given Monday through Saturday at 10:30 a.m., but self-guided tours are available anytime. I recommend setting aside 2 hours of your time if you plan on taking the guided tour. The guided tour takes you through the life of Carroll Shelby, but be prepared for some audience participation.
Maybe this gentleman right here, so I'm going to imagine your name is Carroll Shelby. You're 14 years old. You know what happens to you at 14, sir?
The Shelby Heritage Center houses a large gift shop and store containing a variety of Shelby branded toys, clothing, photos, posters, wall clocks, and even some performance parts. In addition to the guided tour, they also offer a VIP package at noon, 1 o'clock, and 2 o'clock for $49. Not only do you get the guided tour, but you also get to go into the garage. Now, this garage is where they modify the Ford Mustangs and the Ford F-150 trucks. So I'll be sure to put a link down below in the description for their operating hours. And again, remember, this is absolutely free. So check this place out, as it's really worth it, especially if you're a car fanatic. She's really helpful though. She's just camera shy. Next up on our 5 additional things to do just off the strip is the Hollywood Cars Museum and Liberace Garage. If you're a car enthusiast or vehicle enthusiast and like Hollywood movies, then this is the place for you. Now, not all these cars are the actual ones, they're replicas. Let's get our mask on and go head inside. This attraction is located on Dean Martin Boulevard, just off Tropicana and across the freeway from the Luxor, Excalibur, and Mandalay Bay. Its current operating hours are from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily, 7 days a week, except for Christmas and the 4th of July when they're closed. Admission is $20 for adults, and children under 16 are free with a paid adult. But if you visit the Cars Museum website, you can print off a $5 off coupon. I'll put a link below to both sites in the video description. Please know that they only accept cash, but there is an on-site ATM. The best time of year to visit the museum is any time besides summer, as it is a warehouse and it can get really warm inside. The warehouse is over 30,000 square feet and is home to over 100 vehicles. Now, the Hollywood Cars Museum is a self-guided tour with a lot of information about each vehicle throughout. Just follow the path around the entire warehouse. These vehicles are roped off, and aside from the Flintstone cars outside, you are prohibited from climbing into or onto the vehicles. At the back of the warehouse and on loan are a collection of Liberace's vehicles from his private collection. And if you're too young to know who Liberace is, then you might want to check out the HBO movie Behind the Candelabra. As you get close to the exit, you will see the owner's private collection of over 20 Vespas that were built in the late 1940s to present. In all honesty, I spent about an hour wandering through the museum. I know some people said that they went through it in about 15 minutes. I hope you enjoyed the Hollywood Cars Museum and Liberace's Garage. Now we're off to our next thing to do. Next attraction to check out is the Pinball Hall of Fame, which is located at 1610 East Tropicana, about 2 miles east of the Strip. Now, it's a 10,000 square foot building and features over 200 different pinball games, including some classic video arcade games and other novelty machines of the past and present. Located in the back of the museum is the workshop, where tools of the trade are kept to perform repairs and even restoration of all the machines. In addition to the pinball machines, there's also a changing machine, of course, an ATM, restrooms, and a soft drink vending machine. The museum is arranged into multiple sections, featuring pinball machines from the 60s through the 80s, those that predate the 1950s. They also have more current pinball games, including a Lord of the Rings, and along the perimeter are both standing and sitting video games and the usual novelty games. The Pinball Hall of Fame is open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, and there is no admission fee. So just know that the money you spend at the Pinball Hall of Fame goes to keep the museum running, and all excess revenues are donated to the Salvation Army and other charities. Well, that does it for the Pinball Hall of Fame. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I spent at least 2 hours inside there, and I didn't go through my $20, but there's a lot of fun games and, yeah, some frustrating ones like I remember. Anyway, on to the next one. Next up on our 5 other things to do just off the Las Vegas Strip is the National Atomic Testing Museum. Now, we're located about 1.5 miles east of Las Vegas Boulevard, right on Flamingo. Now, they don't allow videography inside, so this will be probably a slideshow I put together. They did say set aside at least 1 hour to 2 hours for this museum. So I've had the great fortune of meeting Michael. He's the director here at the National Atomic Museum, and he's going to tell me about their latest exhibit.
Well, welcome to the National Atomic Testing Museum. This is the 75th anniversary year of the first nuclear test, known as Trinity, that occurred in New Mexico back at the end of World War II. And this is a brand new exhibit that tells that history. It's open to the public, both in person and online on our webpage, because I know many people can't visit right now. But if you want to come in person, you do have to reserve a ticket on our webpage. We're open Thursday through Sunday now, because of the limited operating schedule of the COVID pandemic.
Great. Michael, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Now, I'll put links down in the description for their website and their online stuff. Operating hours at the National Atomic Testing Museum is Thursday through Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. with the last entry time at 2 p.m. Admission is $22 for adults, $16 for youths age 7 through 14. Children 6 and under are free with a paid adult, and $18 for students, seniors, Nevada residents, and active military. The 8,000 square foot National Atomic Testing Museum tells the story of America's nuclear weapons testing program at the Nevada test site. But no, this is a self-guided tour. The museum showcases some of the rarest artifacts relating to the nation's atomic testing program. From the atomic age culture to the scientific and technological advances, the museum highlights 70 years of nuclear testing, and inside the museum are sections dedicated to the impact of nuclear testing on Nevada's environment. Strategically placed throughout the museum, you'll find equipment that was used to monitor the nuclear testing efficiency and effectiveness. You'll see showcases of Geiger counters, radioactivity detectors, and plenty of artifacts from the actual Nevada test site. Although there are a lot of exhibits, due to the pandemic, several of the hands-on exhibits are non-operational, but there are plenty of other educational material placed throughout the museum, including video screens and 2 theaters. There's the Silo Theater and the Ground Zero Theater. The Ground Zero Theater lets you experience an above-ground test. One of the things I do like is they do have a gift store here. I got myself one of these shirts. In fact, I got this retro-looking one. You see me sporting it, you know where I got it from. Price isn't bad. They do have clearance items. Shirt was $28, and then tons of books, things for the kiddies. Well, that was the National Atomic Testing Museum, and I spent about 2.5 hours inside. It was definitely mind-blowing. Okay, that was bad. Now, before we head to our next attraction, if you have anyone under the age of 18 watching with you, you might want to have them leave the room. We are at the Erotic Heritage Museum. It is about half a mile west of the Venetian, the Wynn, and Fashion Show Mall. So let's go check it out. And I have the opportunity to talk to Maricala. How long have you been here?
A little over 4 years.
I've always wanted to know the difference between pornography and eroticism.
The difference between eroticism and pornography mainly can be differentiated by one, sex appeal. Pornography has to do with the specific interaction and engagement for sexual activity, whereas eroticism has to do with literature, art, film, photography, education. It can include anything from academic aspects to things of beauty, of art, things that can invoke emotion. You won't get that from porn.
So the museum,
Uh-huh.
how long is the tour? What can people expect?
It's a self-guided tour. We have an app that will take you through. You select which tour guides you would like to use, and then you guide yourself. It also has audio in it as well. On average, about half an hour to an hour, people usually will visit. However, I would recommend, like any good museum goer, minimum 2 to 3 hours, because you really want to take it in.
And any deals going on right now?
Right now, we're doing a half-off special. A half-off special for everyone. Typically, it's $38. Right now, it's $19 for everybody.
And then real quick, your hour.
We're here from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day.
Now, there is no cost to enter the Erotic Heritage Museum, at least the lobby portion, where you can buy various retail items, but they also use it for host readings, symposiums, workshops. So what can you find inside the Erotic Heritage Museum? Well, there's plenty of exhibits and displays, and some of those are erotically themed photographs, sketches, and paintings. There's the Sex and the Third Reich exhibit, which includes the Mel Gordon Voluptuous Panic exhibit based on the book of the same name. There's exhibits on sex work in Nevada featuring Chicken Ranch artifacts, and believe it or not, there's a Star Wars exhibit, the Evolution of Human Sexuality exhibit, which is really interesting. It goes through the time frame of when sexuality started and where it is today. The second floor of the museum is mainly devoted to erotic art. Some of it is available for sale. The current art exhibit when I was there was Flesh the Exhibit, which honors the Me Too survivors. They also have some media rooms, which is the Sex and the Media video room, and also the Paris Theater. They have the history of the Peep Show, And they also have the LGBTIQ gallery. So in all honesty, I spent about 2 hours wandering around the museum. There's a lot to go over and read. There's definitely a wealth of information on human sexuality inside. For $19, I think it was really worth it. As I said in the beginning of this video, these attractions are currently open, but with the potential restrictions looming, be sure to check their websites for the most up-to-date information. And that's it for this episode of Las Vegas and Beyond. If you like this, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment if you've been to any of these attractions or all 5 of them. Don't forget to click on that subscribe button and click the bell icon. That way you'll be notified when I upload new content. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in Las Vegas. Be safe.